That's what you call standing on business right there. Oh, makes contact, devastating shot. This dude is about to leave his feet. He is stunned. He is petrified. He ragdolled him. Flapjack, pancake, it's a wrap. This dude wears a neck roll, guys. So this guy is about business on the field. When was the last time you seen a guy wear a neck roll? Midwest corn-fed type of offensive lineman that just is about his business. Oh my gosh. This dude, he looked like he got hit by a train. Getting crushed by a building is exactly what we're talking about right here. That is a pancake action, the best I've seen so far out of all these prospects. This guy is a ragdoller, a manhandler, a bully. More manhandling, more flapjack action, more short stacking. Let's check over. Boom. That man has left his feet. I don't know if you can see it because he's in white and they're in the snow. Dude's feet is in the air. He looks like, Uncle Phil throwing Jazzy Jeff out of the building right now.
Speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history. I can't explain
it. Yo, it's your boy, Big Mike Raider. You already know, man. We're here for day 28 of the 30 days, 30 prospects. We're wrapping this thing up. Man, Thursday's the day. We're going to be talking about draft day very soon, man. But before we get into draft day, let's not jump the gun. You guys already know. We got to talk about Joshua Gray out of Oregon State. He plays the guard position primarily. He has dabbled into playing a little bit of center. He played all the positions in college. He was a 5-year guy with Oregon State. He started like over 40 consecutive games. Very reliable guy. Started 56 total games at Oregon State. A reliable guy, an anchor to that offensive line at Oregon State. But we're going to talk about some of his pros and cons. We're going to talk about draft placement. We're going to talk about PFF grades. And then I'm going to take you into the world of X. I'm going to take you to the world of X to see what people have to say about Joshua Gray. But before we get into anything else, man, I need for you guys to do a few things. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Big Mike Raider. You guys know the deal, man. Joshua Gray out of Oregon State, a diamond in the rough type of guy. He's, kind of being slept on, man. This guy's a leader. He's been a reliable starter for many, many years at Oregon State, and he looks like he could continue that kind of trajectory moving forward, going into the NFL. In 2024, he had a 72.9 PFF grade total. He gave up 1 sack, 4 hits, and 7 hurries the whole season. That's not bad. 74.6 run block grade. Pass block grade, not so great. 63.1, got to work on that. Zone grade, 71.5, and gap grade, 73.5. So a guy who likes to get after it as far as stopping the run. And, even the pass block grade, you guys will see what I'm talking about. This guy can still hang with the best of them that's out there. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then in 2023, gave up 2 sacks, 4 hits, and 7 hurries the entire season. And then in 2022, gave up no sacks, 6 hits, and 13 hurries. So this guy's very reliable, an excellent addition to an offensive line room if you pick him up. So let's talk about some of the strengths and weaknesses. Shout out to NFLDraftBuzz.com for the strengths and weaknesses. Showcases surprising straight line explosion with a 5.04 40 time and a 1.73 10-yard split. Sixth amongst offensive linemen that translate to effective pull blocks. So a reliable, very explosive pull blocker. He's going down the line. He's going to knock you on your back. Displays exceptional positional versatility, transitioning seamlessly from 4 years at tackle to guard while also practicing center snaps at the combine. So this is a guy who, played many years at the tackle position, has kind of shorter arms, so you have to up his stock a little bit. And at the guard position, he excelled at that. And he's definitely he's looking to play center too. So he's showing that, to teams that, hey, I'm willing to play anywhere you put me, and that kind of mentality goes a long way. I really think so. Bring bone-crushing grip strength to the trenches, latching on the defenders with like hands that maintain control through the whistle and rarely let go once engaged. A very strong individual. And we'll talk about his athleticism. He scored really high in the RAS scale that they have amongst the historically all the draft picks since like the mid 80s. He ranked really high. So we'll get into that. We'll get into it. Processes complex defensive fronts with veteran awareness, identifying stunts and second level targets quickly despite limited time at guard. So knows all the positions, knows the whole field, knows what they're trying to do. Great IQ. Check that off the box. Demonstrates impressive competitive toughness and durability, evidenced by his school record 56 starts and a remarkable 44 consecutive starts during his career. Reliable guy. Don't have to worry about injuries. Shows excellent technical discipline in pass protection and consistent knee bend, flat back, and head placement that creates leverage advantages against both power and speed. So what he does lack in with the length of his arms, which is under 32 inches, which isn't ideal for a tackle. That's why he moved to the guard position. But what he lacks in the length of the arms, he makes up for it in excellent fundamentals and technique. So you don't have to worry about that, guys. Times his punch delivery with surgical precision. Landing inside hand placement that controls defenders' chest plates and dictates engagement terms. So excellent hand placement. Not going to worry about him getting called for holding penalties and things like that. Very polished, very fundamentally sound type of guy, right? So those are some of his strengths. Let's talk about some of the weaknesses. Lacks explosive power, body off drive off the snap, reflected in his bottom tier broad jump, which was 8.8, that limited his ability to generate immediate displacement in the run game. So strength and conditioning, we got to get him in the lab, get him in there, really taking weight seriously, taking diet seriously, stepping that up to the next level. And I think he can improve a lot of that bottom that lower body explosiveness that they're saying he's lacking, right? Short arms, 31 3/8, that fall well below NFL tackle thresholds, creating matchup problems against defenders with good reach. So, like I said, what he lacks in length of arms, he makes up for it in technique, and I can get past that, right? Gets handsy when beaten around the edge instead of moving his feet, leading to off-balance recovery attempts and vulnerability to counter moves. If he does lose hands, he'll get called for a holding penalty. Got to clean that up, right? Got to clean that up when you get into training camp and things like that. Show hesitation and timing issues on combo blocks, either releasing too early to climb or sticking too long before attacking linebackers. Got to get that timing, got to get repetition in, take the repetition seriously, and be coached, right? That's really what it comes down to, and I think he can do that. The dude played, 44 consecutive starts and 56 total games with Oregon State. I think he could be coached and repetition. I think that he'll lock in and get that done, man. But let's talk about the next one. Struggles to redirect once beaten, displaying adequate but not elite change of direction skills when forced to adjust against crafty counter moves. So a lot of work to do, guys. A lot of work to do. I'm not going to say that this is something that I'm not worried about. He's going to be an elite guy, but he fits in with the Raiders because, well, he's a versatile guy. Versatility is the name of the game in the NFL, right? He's willing to do what it takes to make a squad. And, I'm not saying that this guy is going to be a starting guard in the league. I'm not saying that this guy's going to come in and take somebody's spot, but it's depth we're talking about, right? And if we are going to wait to the later rounds because we're okay with an Alex Kappa, a Jordan Meredith, a Dylan Parham, right? Now we're looking for depth just in case these guys go down. Also, JPJ, we're going to need a backup center, right? JPJ goes down at the center spot, then we're going to need, somebody to, kind of come in who's versatile, who plays guard and center and can come in there and continue sustained production. So that's where Joshua Gray will fit in. So I think it will be a good fit. I'm looking at the 6th round to pick him up. But you guys let me know. Strengths and weaknesses, PFF grade. What do you think about him? Let me know in the comments. So let's talk about where I think he can get picked. Like I said, 6th round. We got 3 6th-round picks, 180, 213, and 215th overall as of right now. Things change in the draft a lot. Trades happen. But as of right now, 180, 213, 215. Keep that in mind, right? Shout out to draftbuzz.com with the chart. Draft Bible says 58, but this was as of November 8th, 2024. That's kind of high. Nobody's picking him at 58, guys. He's not going to be a 2nd-round pick. NFL.com has him 101 overall. And, if there's a run of guards going, there's not that many guards, not a deep guard class this year. So, if the guards start falling off the board pretty quickly and you're in need of a guard, a team will be like, okay, this guy fits in with us. This guy's willing to do whatever it takes. This guy has the work ethic, the technique. We can polish him, and maybe he can be a guy that sits on the bench initially and then comes in and improves his game and eventually takes a starting spot. So NFL.com thinks that. He thinks he's a 3rd-round pick, 4th-round pick. I'm sorry. MDDB has him going at 185. They're looking in the 6th round right there. ESPN has him going at 208. So just before we pick at 213. Draft Buzz has him going 214. So we pick 213 and 215. So he's falling right sandwiched right in between those picks. So, he will be available according to Draft Buzz at 213 or 250, but not 215. So we'll see. We'll see. And then PFF has him going 261 is just probably on the back end of the 7th round, possibly. This was as of April 16, 2025. Back in the 7th round or even UDFA. I don't know how many draft picks there are this year, but 261 sounds like the back end of the 7th round. So you guys let me know where you want to pick them. I like them at around 180, 213, or 215 in the 6th round. But you guys let me know in the comments, man. But you guys already know we're going to take you around the world of X to see what people have to say about Joshua Gray. Let's check it out right here. So I'm going to pull this up. Shout out to Devin Jackson, NFL draft writer, insider. Let's see. Let me give him his credit, man. With the Philadelphia Inquirer. He used to work for New Orleans News and things like that. So shout out to Devin Jackson for posting this. Got to give him his credit for that. So let's check out number 67. Right here, we're looking at Joshua Gray. He's going to be going against my guy, one of my guys in the 30 prospects list. We're looking at Jamari Caldwell right here. He's going against Jamari Caldwell. Jamari Caldwell is on the inside shade of number 67 on our left-hand side of the screen in between the center and our guy number 67 who was playing guard on the left side. Let's see what he does right here. He really sinks down and anchors down and does a good job throwing a good punch and really fighting off that swim move. And you guys will see it right here. I'll let it ride a couple times, but see what I'm talking about right here. You got a motion right there, anchoring down. Good technique, like I said. He's got the short arms, but he makes up for it with technique. Anchors down, tried to give him a swim move, wasn't having it, right? And that's a good rep. We'll see it one more time right there. So there you go. Sits back right there, recovers very well, kind of leans forward initially. Right here, we'll see it one more time. Leans forward a little bit, but regains his composure, regains his technique right there, and he does a great job. So let's check out the next thing right here. This is the relative athletic score for Joshua Gray. Shout out to Kent Lee Pallet, where I found this at. Whoever you are, shout out to you. Thanks for sharing. Joshua Gray is an offensive center. He's a center prospect in the 2025 draft class. He scored an 8.9 relative athletic score out of a possible 10. This ranks 75th out of 672 centers from 1987 to 2025. So he's amongst the elite of all centers as far as athleticism coming up. I'm going to pull this up. Let's make it a little bit bigger right there. So we're looking at hand size 9.5. Whatever, right? Got good grip strength. Not really worried about it. Arm length, like we said, 31 and 31.38 inches. That's not very. Those aren't long arms at all. I think I probably got longer arms than this dude at this point. But height, 6'5". He has a 9.45 grade. He's a little bit light in the ass, under 300 pounds. He'll put on some muscle, put on some size. His bench needs to be worked on. 18. I'm hitting more than that at this point, so we got to work on that, right? But what you see is this vertical leap is 31, which is good. 5.04 40-yard dash, 9.12, really good. And then his 20-yard and 10-yard split, which is more important at the guard position, right? You want to see how his get off is, especially in run blocking situations. How quick is he getting off the ball, right? 20-yard split 2.88, which is a 9.4, excellent. And then a 10-yard split of 1.69 is where he really makes people turn heads, right? That's that 10-yard split shuttle, that really quick initial step. How quick are you getting off the ball and going 10 yards? 1.69 seconds, which is a 9.8. That is elite speed at that 10-yard split level. Shuttle 4.65, not bad. And then that three-yard that three-cone drill, 7.57, 9.23, elite numbers right there. So this dude is an athlete. It's a guy that can get it done when it comes to speed and using technique. That's what is going to get him by right here. So let's check out what it looked like at the NFL Combine right here. You see him start at 56 and 57 career games. You see him, his lateral movement right there. Good feet, quick movements right there, doing some stuff that he's not going to usually do on the field, but you can see the footwork, you can see the tenacity, you can see the explosiveness. So those are some of the things to kind of look forward to and be excited for a guy like Joshua Gray right there. But that is Joshua Gray in a nutshell. What do you guys think, man? You saw some good technique from him. You saw that he's a versatile guy. You saw that, he's a reliable guy. He started a lot of games, no injuries, no injury history. Got some things to work on. Got to work on some strength. Got to work on some of that explosive movement. Got to put some weight on, right? He's got a lot of work to do if he want to make a squad, especially with the Raiders. But I think he would fit in perfectly, maybe being a backup center, maybe being a guard rotation, second string kind of guard. But, the fact that he's versatile, definitely his stock definitely rises, and I think he'd fit in perfectly with the Raiders, get him cleaned up, get him polished. And the 6th round is the sweet spot. But you guys let me know. That is day 28 of the 30 days, 30 prospects. We're wrapping this thing up, man. We got 2 more to go. But hey, before we get out of here, you guys already know what to do. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Peace. That's what you call standing on business right there. Oh, makes contact. Devastating shot. This dude is about to leave his feet. He is stunned. He is petrified. He ragdolled him. Flapjack, pancake, it's a wrap. This dude wears a neck roll, guys. So this guy is about business on the field. When was the last time you seen a guy wear a neck roll? Midwest corn-fed type of offensive lineman that just is about his business. Oh my gosh. This dude, he looked like he got hit by a train. Getting crushed by a building is exactly what we're talking about right here. That is a pancake action, the best I've seen so far out of all these prospects. This guy is a ragdoller, a manhandler, a bully. More manhandling, more flapjack action, more short stacking. Let's check over. Boom. That man has left his feet. I don't know if you can see it because he's in white and they're in the snow. Dude's feet is in the air. He looks like, Uncle Phil throwing Jazzy Jeff out of the building right now.
Speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history.